Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Becoming You podcast. I am your host, Lisa Hardy, and I am so excited for today's episode because we are kicking off something very special, our holiday series, the Calm Mom season. Because let's be honest, the holidays are a mix of beautiful, joyful, magical moments, sort of all wrapped up together in a little bit of chaos and madness with all of the twinkle lights, the cookies, and maybe even just a little bit of guilt sprinkled in as well. And this time of year is supposed to be joyful and full of love. But for a lot of us, it can also feel exhausting between trying to make everything perfect to remembering to move that elf. we all We all know what that's like. We get up in the middle of the night because our brain just suddenly remembers and we have to go move that elf. And then there's the school Christmas concerts, keeping wrapping paper out of the dog's mouth, or in my case, the cat's. I have a little Christmas tree already set up, and my younger cat has already taken off some of the bulbs. And so, with all of this chaos, we are also trying to create happy memories that we actually forget to enjoy them ourselves. So in this series, we're going to slow it all down together. Each episode will help you find a little bit more calm, presence, and peace, not by doing more, but by letting go, by simplifying and embracing what truly matters during the holidays. So today's episode is finding calm in the chaos, and trust me, this one hits home. You know how every year there's one person who insists on doing everything themselves? The one who says, no, I've got it, just relax, when really they are internally screaming. Yeah, that was me. A few years ago, we hosted Christmas for the first time in what was our new home. And I was so excited. I had some Pinterest boards. I had the grocery list ready to go. All the decor. I bought charger plates, the whole 9 yards. I wanted it to be perfect because we were in what was our dream house at the time, and I just wanted everything to be perfect. You know that vision in your head where everyone's laughing, the food is hot, everyone's having a great time, the house smells delicious, and you're just effortlessly gliding around the kitchen and the house in your cute little holiday apron. I have several of those, by the way. Like somehow you're Martha Stewart. Yeah, that was the dream, right? That was the dream. But in reality, I was a very hot mess, okay? Because the turkey was still half frozen at noon. I forgot to grab something from the grocery store, and the kitchen somehow looked like it was hit by this giant snowstorm of flour, and quite honestly, panic. My hair was doing that I've been in the oven thing where it starts to get a little bit smelly and a little bit, when it gets hot, it just gets a little bit frizzy. And I was sweating. I don't know about you guys, but I sweat. I think that's perimenopause, but not from the warmth of the season, right? It's from the stress and the chaos that comes with trying to cook for a family of 10. And you know what? Spoiler alert, I was not fine. I was not fine. By the time dinner rolled around, I was mentally checked out. I was exhausted. And I had spent so much energy trying to make everything perfect that I really didn't get a chance to sit down and enjoy it. And when people finally did step in to help, because they saw I was clearly drowning, I felt embarrassed and ashamed even. Because in my head, accepting help meant I hadn't done enough, that I somehow failed at being this perfect host that I had sort of built up in my mind, that accepting help meant that I had just failed, and I failed in front of my entire family. And if this resonates, I really hope this hits home for you as well, that asking for help doesn't mean you failed. We're all human. We can't possibly do it all alone. It means you know your limits, and it means you're letting people love you. People want to help you. They want to help. And when we refuse help, we're not protecting our pride. We're protecting our perfectionism. And perfectionism is just fear wearing glitter. The fear, if we don't do it all ourselves, is that someone might see the cracks. But the cracks are where the light gets in. And this experience taught me something that I'll never forget, and that is that peace doesn't come from control. It comes from surrender. And I know that sounds deep for an episode that started with sort of turkey chaos, but hear me out, okay? We can't control the mess. We can't control the moods, the weather, or the family dynamics, but we can control how we show up in them. We can choose peace over panic. We can choose to breathe instead of bulldozing through the situation. We can choose to let things be good enough because good enough is enough. If the cookies burn, it's okay. In fact, I know several people who like burnt bottom cookies. If the kids refuse to not wear the outfit that you picked out, it's okay. If you need to order takeout instead of cooking from scratch, it's okay. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to enjoy the moment, even when everything is not perfect or seemingly not perfect. When I talk about finding calm in the chaos, I'm not talking about escaping to a spa in Bali, right? Though if someone wants to gift that to me, I won't say no. I'm talking about finding the little pockets right where you are. Peace doesn't have to be big or this huge grand thing, right? Sometimes it's a quiet coffee before the entire house wakes up. Sometimes it's turning off your phone and actually watching your favorite movie without trying to multitask. And sometimes it's taking a few deep breaths in between wrapping presents and remembering that this season isn't about doing, it's actually about being. And here's the thing that I started doing that really helped me. Whenever I start to feel overwhelmed, like I'm juggling too many things, or I just have this pressure on my shoulders that keeps getting heavier and heavier, I pause and I ask myself, what really matters right now? What really matters in this exact moment? Not what looks good over on social media, not what I think I should be doing because Sarah on Instagram is doing this grand thing and I need to copy her. But what really matters? What really matters to me? What matters to my family? And usually it's very simple, like being present with my boys, laughing at some silly joke that my 10-year-old just told me, or just sitting in the quiet. That one question, what actually matters right now, has saved me from going down this spiral of chaos that sometimes I can't get out of. And let's talk about the idea of holiday magic for a second, because we put so much pressure on ourselves to create it when really magic already exists in the little moments. In your kids' laughter when they see the lights, in the smell of your favorite holiday cookies while you're wrapping gifts. It's in the moment when you sit down and take a deep breath after a long day and think, you know what? I did enough. And that day turned out to be everything that I actually hoped for. You don't have to make the season magical because you are already magical. You are the magic. You are the magic for your family, the way your kids look at you, the way your partner looks at you, the way you just show up constantly for your family. That's the magic. All of the extra are just bonuses. They're good ones, but you yourself are the magic, and I want you to remember that. When you show up calm and grounded and present, that's what your family needs. Your peace is the anchor in this storm. It's what your kids will remember long after the gifts are already forgotten. And it doesn't mean that you have to be the glue to hold everyone together. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you deserve to be present. You deserve to not have to do all of the things. And again, going back and asking for that help is okay. If I could go back to that Christmas that I hosted in our house a few years ago, I would do things completely different. I'd ask for help early and I'd delegate. And better yet, I'd make it fun. Hey, can you handle the potatoes? I'm going to handle the playlist because I don't know about you, but I need Christmas music like 24/7 around this time. And you know what? I would laugh at all the little mishaps and remind myself that the point is not to impress anyone. It was just to connect. And that's what I want for you too. This season, give yourself permission to release that control. Let the house be a little messy. Let things unfold naturally. And if things go sideways, because they likely will, life happens, don't let it steal your joy. So here is your reflection for this week. Ask yourself, what would my most peaceful holiday season look and feel like? Not the most perfect one. Okay, I didn't say perfect. Not the most productive one, the most peaceful one. Picture it, okay? Maybe it's a slower morning, less rushing, more laughter. Maybe it's saying no to one extra event and saying yes to an evening of hot chocolate and Christmas movies. Whatever it is, write it down, visualize it, and give yourself permission to actually live it. And your challenge this week is to create one peaceful pause ritual just for you. Something that helps you find calm even when things get busy. It could be journaling for 5 minutes. It could be a short walk outside or sipping your coffee without checking your phone. Whatever makes you grounded, I want you to do it. And if you catch yourself slipping into this chaos mode, take a deep breath and remember, you can always come back to calm. Before we wrap up, I want to share something really exciting. If you're listening and thinking, I need more of this, more calm, more connection, more support, then I'd love to invite you to join the Joyful Mom Collective. It's a new community for moms who are ready to stop sort of running on empty and start living with more joy, balance, and self-love. Inside, we talk about everything from boundaries to mindset to self-care to guilt-free rest. And it's honestly the perfect Christmas gift for yourself. It's less than 2 trips to Starbucks. Just saying. Because you deserve something that's just for you. And you can find all the details in the show notes below. I'll post the link and I hope you consider joining because it is going to be so transformational for you. And friend, you don't have to do it all to make this season feel special. You just have to be present for it. That's all people want, for you to just be with them, spend time with them. And that's what I hope this episode helps you do. Find calm, even in the chaos. Take a deep breath. You've got this. You are enough, and you're doing a beautiful job. I'll see you next week on the next episode for the Calm Mom Holiday Series, which is going to be all about the pressure to be merry. It's going to be a good one. And until then, give yourself permission to slow down, to rest, and just be. Because this holiday season, every season, you deserve peace too. And remember that you are worth showing up for always. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on the Becoming You podcast.